O pão em Goa teve origem no biscoito, que os marinheiros costumavam levar nas suas longas viagens como forma de alimentação. Do biscoito passou a pão, que, curiosamente, continua a existir no vocabulário de Goa. Alison Lobo faz o seu próprio pão há 1 ano e meio e, pelas suas próprias palavras, tem formado vários padeiros.
Primeiro os portugueses trouxeram pão em Goa e como biscoito, e biscoito agora em Goa chama cacorn. E outro é papo seco. Papo seco em Goa é unde, como assim faz um chop, um corte. Os portugueses viram as pontas e em Goa vira outro lado. Todos os dias papo seco e poi também e cacorn para as crianças. As crianças gostam muito de comer cacorn, é biscoito em Portugal, para põe no chá ou leite ou com manteiga. Today what I'm going to teach you is I'm going to teach you how to make the Goan bread called kankorn. Okay, this bread was brought down by the Portuguese initially, and in Portugal now it's called biscoito. So I'll show you how we do it here in Goa. So I'm going to be using 300 grams of white flour, all right? 200 ml of lukewarm water, salt, sugar, 1 tablespoon, granulated sugar, you don't need to use caster sugar, oil, all right? You need 1 tablespoon of oil. I use sunflower oil. You can use any oil you want. And now yeast. This is instant yeast. You can use any yeast that you want. It's 1 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon. That's all that you need to make the cacorn, all right? I'm going to give it a little mix. Give that a little mix. You mix in all the ingredients. You can knead it with a stand mixer. I'm going to run my timer for 10 minutes so we know the dough is fully kneaded. So after the dough is risen for 1 hour, this is what it looks like. It's all well puffed and it has doubled in size. So you need to wait until it has doubled or tripled in size. You need to punch out all the gases. Put a little flour, okay? Flour the surface where you're going to be working on. All right? Take a piece of dough. Okay? You need to flour your hands and form a ball. Seal the ring. Wait for around 10 to 20 minutes and for it to rise a little bit, and then you put it into the oven. It just started 1.5 years ago when the poder stopped coming. The poder used to come with the horn. He used to come and blow the horn, you know, and we used to get our bread every evening. And so then suddenly it just stopped coming. It just stopped coming. So, and we were stranded in the middle of the night, so we didn't have anything. So my dad had come up with this little recipe kind of a thing to make bread. It was a little concoction. Out of that, I tried to make pois and undes and pãozinhos or paizinhos, I don't know, whatever they call it. So all these things, and yeah. So it was just started on 1.5 years ago. And so I was making it regularly for the family. And all my friends would say, Alison, why don't you teach? Why don't you teach? Because the bread is really gone. The quality of bread has really disappeared. And it's only white now. E alunos não só de Goa, mas alunos de toda parte do mundo vêm para aprender, para fazer pão em casa, para pão natural. Pão. Yeah, I have children come, 6 years, 10 years, 11 years. You know, it's so easy, it's simplified because I don't have any formal education. There is no college that I've gone to that taught me, you know, the technical part of bread. I'm just doing it like out of the first-hand basics, you know, and I've just been doing it for my own recipe. So I know exactly what's happening, this, that, for the past, you know, 1 year. So I share my experience, you know, as a normal person with these normal people around. It's so easy because I've tweaked it to a point that you will not fail. And I'm bringing toddy. Portuguese used to make bread with toddy. Sur, they call it in Goa. So I teach people how to make it with sur, not even yeast. Yes, I teach them with yeast as well, but I pay more importance to the older traditions, you know, to bring back the older traditions. So I teach them how to make the bread with toddy and ferment it naturally, and yeah, so it's nothing like having our older traditions back again. It takes a long time, but the product of toddy is so good for health. You know, it's good for your eyes, good for your heart, good for lactating mothers. It has, you know, it has multiple benefits than yeast would have. Yeast is like what is just commercially used, and everyone can do it with yeast. So I teach them how to, and even poi loaf. Within 6 days, you can just keep it out and it's not going to get spoiled because of the slow fermentation. That means it takes longer to get spoiled as well. With today's culture of everything being ordered, everything got from outside, nothing is really made at home anymore. So I want to bring that tradition back, you know. And like how they used to have in the olden days, our grandparents used to make everything at home. You know, nowadays nothing is made, everything is got from outside. And it has to start from the younger generations. So I encourage children to come, you know, children, and even the older generations. I've had, my oldest was 90 years old. She's like, Alison, I know how to make everything under the sun. The only thing I don't know how to make is pão. And all these chefs and everyone who wants to start like bread businesses, and they all come and they say, my God, it's really, really simple. It's really simple, because sometimes when you have too much of information given to you, things just become very difficult. So it's best just stick to basics, do this. It's a science. It's no recipe, I tell everybody. You know, you need to understand what you're doing, and it's nothing like making your own. So you have a lot of working mothers, you have a lot of working people around that they don't have time to make bread. They think, okay, I need to make bread means a whole day is going to go making bread. But that's actually not it. So I teach them different methods of how to play around with their time, how to, you know, handle kids and bread and everything. I handle a B&B at home. I always tell everybody it's like bread and babies. So, you know, it's like side by side. And I ask them, does filhos de quem? Da padeira. They say.
Para mim, é uma coisa muito integral na nossa família. Uma coisa muito importante, porque sem pão não podemos viver. Como se fosse sem arroz de caril não podemos viver, sem pão não podemos viver. O pequeno almoço sempre contém um pão. A coisa mais principal é o pão. Sem pão não é o pequeno almoço. Yeah.
So far, so good. A lot of people know now. It's like 767 poders I've made till now. And it's hopefully it'll keep on rising.